Welcome back to the channel, guys. It's time for chapter 2 of The Lonely Castle in the Mirror. Welcome once again, guys. I'm going to be on the second chapter of this manga, The Lonely Castle in the Mirror. Talked about it a little bit in chapter 1, but it is a series that was a light novel, became a movie, now it's a manga. It's one that I decided to choose to do chapter by chapter, and I'm excited for it, to be honest. Chapter 1 was pretty good. Chapter 2 as equally good. Like, sometimes, oh gosh, my Siri is acting up on that. Sometimes I choose series and they are not as good chapter by chapter as they could be, but this one, it really is. It really is good chapter for chapter. Before anything else, guys, if you have not done so by now, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Give some love by commenting, liking, and sharing. Like I said, chapter 1 is already out, so if you haven't seen it, go see that video as well. There's also other mangas that I'm doing chapter by chapter, like Dead Rock, as well as Shoujo Nuo, and so many others that I'm forgetting the names right now because I picked 5, but they're out there. The Elusive Samurai is the other one. Anyways, go check them out. Do consider subscribing, please. If you're watching up to this point, do subscribe. It helps tremendously if my count goes up. So, okay. Chapter 2, not volume 2, chapter 2, such an interesting aspect, but we basically have them introduce themselves in the beginning. And again, there is 7 kids in total. We know our protagonist, Kokoro, the little girl in fox. We're going to call him Ukami-sama. All we know is that she's a fox girl and that she seems to know... Oh, she seems to be hiding stuff. She, again, gave them the mission of finding a key. If you find the key, then your dreams, whatever wish you want, will come true. And that's basically all we have when it comes to information to this. So the kids start figuring things out, and Aki, the first girl who speaks up, ask Okami to leave them by themselves. Like, hey, we want to do introductions, but we want to know, we want to talk on our own. So Okami disappears in the middle of nowhere, and Aki, who she seems like the most outgoing girl from all the kids, she takes leadership and basically starts introducing herself, and they start going one by one. So Aki, kind of a smart girl. We have Kokoro, who our main protagonist. We know that she's a shut-in for bullying reasons. Then they hit the next kid, who is Rion. He's the sporty looking one. He also is one of the more logical thinking. Everyone brought like a weapon to defend themselves, and he's the only one that didn't. He's like, I didn't think I need one. Like, she's a little girl. Why would I want a weapon to hurt her, right? Then here are all the faces. I'm trying to find a good... This is the beginning of the chapter, so yeah, here are all the faces of them. Then we have Fuka, who is... I believe this girl right here. She doesn't know, we don't know much about her. She's very shy. We don't get a lot of information out of her. Masamune, who does become a more recurring character in this chapter. He's kind of an emo looking boy. He likes video games, and he does ask the question of like any wish, and he throws the idea of like, what if I want this mirror to take me to an isekai world? And she's like, don't be preposterous. Like, I'm doing wishes that will make you happy. So not exactly every wish is possible, at least in how she answered. Then we have Subaru, who also becomes a little bit more reoccurring at the end of the chapter, and I'll talk more about him. And then Ureshino, who is the kind of the overweight kid. It looks like he's looking for praise, because once someone starts mentioning that they have something in common with him, he sparks up and he feels like he's included. The chapter continues with them learning that they all have their own room, and they all kind of go to the room, and Kokoro finds out that the rooms are kind of designed for them. She does hear piano playing, and she thinks it's cool, and then whoever's playing it starts slamming the piano. And she gets out, she tries to look around, and the only one that is inside is Ukami, the fox girl, and she lets her know that everyone has left already. A little weird. Whoever plays the piano maybe has anger issues or something. Kokoro leaves, and weeks pass, and she doesn't ever return back to the castle. The rules are they can only be there from 9 to 5. If they're beyond that, then wolves go and chase every kid, like every kid that was there that day, which is kind of weird. And I don't know, sounds like a purposeful massacre that maybe should not be a thing, but that's the thing. That's the rule they have to follow. So she never decides to go back. She also never goes to school, and it seems like the mom, she is understanding, but she seems like she's understanding in the level of she just doesn't care anymore. Like, you're not going, okay, whatever, there's food there, I'm going to work, right? So she kind of, I guess, accepted the fact that her daughter is going to be a shut-in, and she at this point doesn't even want to try to push her to become quote unquote a normal kid. So that's where that relationship is going. She eventually does decide to go and into the castle world again, and she bumps into Subaru and Masamune, who are together playing video games. Now, she ends up joining them playing video games, and through this, they have conversations. She learns more about them. Masamune, again, seems to be defensive about people going to school. He's very much like, he thinks that people that go to school are idiots and robots, so you can tell that he's also a shut-in. He's very protective of himself. It seems like one of those kids that if you tell him anything, he'll be very defensive about it. And he is. Subaru, he's very friendly, very talkative, tries to calm Masamune down, but we don't really get much out of them. All we know is that the other kids have been coming on and off every day. Not every day. Only Masamune and Subaru have been there every day. Now, Masamune wants to find the key and then keep the castle until the very last day, until so that they can have a secret hideout for them to go and basically relax. The chapter ends with Aki going up to Okami and saying, I found the key. Now that's the end of chapter 2. It's shocking, but it's also like, what the heck? I thought the key was going to take forever to find. So I'm wondering if there's multiple keys and maybe everyone has to find their own key, and then beyond that there's like a meaning, like, you know, your happiness was always there with you, or I don't know, something like that. But yeah, a little disappointed that the key was already found, to be honest. So we'll see what happens in chapter 3. There is a thing in my head going like, well, that's probably not the key, it's maybe a fake or something, but because it wasn't really confirmed. So we'll see. That in a nutshell, guys, is chapter 2. Let me know what you guys think. It's a great story. I think this one has 5 chapters, so at least I have about a month to go through this volume, and hopefully by then volume 2 will be out already. So thank you guys so much for watching this. If you haven't done so by now, subscribe to my channel. I'll see you next time, and like always, don't be strangers. See you guys.